Okay, and we're live. No one realizes that Joe literally came into the room about a second ago. So, okay, already 57 people in. Everyone, tell me where you're. Everyone, just hi, Nakame. You won the first comment. You won the first comment award. Your gift will be mailed in the post. But because of the Corona thing, the postal service is really on its head. So, hi, Lance from Israel. Dina, so
Also,
glad to be back.
Israel is pretty shocking anyway, I hear.
The post in Israel is shocking, absolutely, and plus Corona. You know, my mummy sent us a. You heard about that? She sent us.
Oh, that was the story I was thinking of.
She got it returned. She got it returned
Baby.
from September. She sent it September like the 1st, and she got it returned like February, like something like that. Hi, Devorah. Hi, Leah. Hi, Howard. Okay. Everyone's coming. New Forest, UK. How's the weather over there? Upstate New York. Hi, Rifki. That's great. People coming in. Baltimore. Yerushalayim. Hi, F from Yerushalayim. F. Why did you put yourself as F? Why don't you put your real name in? Come on. Philip from Shenny. Hi, pup. Dad's there. Hi, Dad. Dad in the house. Antwerp, Los Angeles. Hi, Dina from Los Angeles. That's early for you. Oh, no, it's not. It's not so early. Borough Park, Cleveland. Paul from High Wycombe. Just doesn't have the same ring as Los Angeles, does it? High Wycombe. Barbados again. Nikita from Barbados. Arizona, Brooklyn. Excellent. Wow. Patagonia.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
do you even know that Ishmael?
No idea. I think he's not from it. He says more like Patagonia. Kochav Yaakov. Oh, and Mum's there as well. Hi, Mum. Okay. Hi, Chaya. Yehudis. Everyone's pointing. This is great. Okay, welcome everybody. It's great to have you back. I really look forward to this bi-weekly thing, and I know Joe does and Rivka does as well. So, and from the feedback we get as well, you guys also do. So it's a great fun. Okay, are we going to jump in, Joe? Should we start? What's the time? We'll wait for another minute.
Yeah, wait a couple of minutes. It still looks like it's going up.
People are pouring in. Gateshead. Oh, look, it looks like people also enjoy it. We've got a really nice. I've got a nice presentation plan for you guys today. Please God, we've got as we're going to go through a couple of student transformations like usual. That'll take a couple of moments, and then we're going to do our critiquing as usual. But this time, everybody uploaded only one picture, so there's a good chance that we'll actually get through the majority of the pictures, maybe. And then we've got. Say again.
How many photos each week do you get sent?
This week we got about just over 60. Usually we get like mid 100 odd plus 120, 150, something like that. But everybody adhered to the rules, and we've put in one picture each, so we've got a good chance of getting through the pictures. And then we've got a presentation that I spent a lot of time on flash photography, which I think is going to be quite interesting for people, because really, I think, truth be told, my ultimate expertise in photography is really in the world of flash. Like, I think that's something that's I've spent a lot of time practicing over the years, and I think that's really my biggest strength when it comes to photography. So I've got a lot to say on the subject. We're going to go very, very quickly, and we'll send you the replay so you can watch it back in slow motion. But that's the idea. And then we've got some time for some questions and answers at the end as well. Please God. Okay, I think we should start, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so let's share our screen. I'm going to move this over here and share screen. This one. There we go. Does everyone see that? Can everyone just give me a heads up that you can see our screen?
Yeah, I think we can.
Okay. What's funny, Joe?
The baby with the red top.
Where's that? Oh. Okay, so very quickly, Rifki Diamond, who's of no relationship to me that I know of anyway, just happens to have a very cool surname just like myself. Thank God. She did it with her sister Hani, and I think we showed Hani's pictures last week. But Rifki's has done just fantastic. Look, this is from week 1, so you can see where it is. This is week 1. Okay, this is where she began. Week 2, not bad. She started in a good place. She really did. This is week 2 as well. You could see she's got a good eye, but very, nothing fancy on the technically at all. But she's got a good what's the word? How to say khush? She's got like a good how to say khush? She's got a good sense. Thank you. A sense for composition. This is now by week 3. She's learning to crop properly. She's getting great expressions. Okay, week 4 now, posing well, finding good light, good composition. Again, nice composition, lovely posing. Okay, by week 5 now, she's already got her logo, and she's got some really gorgeous, well cropped in, well composed, good location scouting. And then this is just what she uploaded this week, week 6, which is just absolutely stunning. She's also gone to a whole new level in the critiquing, in the post-production. The posing's great. The post-production's really excellent. And she also went up, she got a new camera as well, which she's really using to the best of her. She's smashing it. It's fantastic. And she's got her stats perfect as well. And just an amazing transformation in 6 weeks of classes. Well done, Rifki. Well done. Okay, and now Shani, again, a similar kind of transformation. This is where she began week 1. Okay, again, showing a good sense for composition, but obviously no technical skills at all. Okay, cropping in okay, that's fine. Starting to sense the idea of directions, etc. This is by week 3. Okay, again, nothing exceptional, but still getting there. And now this is by week 3 as well, cropping in well, finding good light. This is week 4. Now she's doing well with the editing as well, cute posing, well cropping, well good what's it called? What's the word? The attention to detail is fantastic. And now this was her final homework she just uploaded week 6. This is now of, in my opinion, a truly professional standard. Gorgeous, beautifully cropped, technically excellent. The stats are perfect, the lighting's perfect, the posing's beautiful, the cropping's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Shani, well done. So Rifki and Shani, a big thumbs up to you guys. Thank you for being fantastic.
People that are currently doing your
yeah. These two girls, these two ladies uploaded their pictures. The reason why I chose them, because they just uploaded their 6th homework just like a couple of days ago. So that's that. Okay.
2 weeks to go to finish.
They got 1 more week left. That's it. Yeah, that's it. 1 more week. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, whose is this? Hadassah. So look, Hadassah, it's much too bright. The place is much too bright. You have to find yourself a more shady area. Okay, I do like the fact that you're in close and you're zoomed out wide. Stats are not very good. We need to work these out. We need to use a quicker shutter speed. You can use a higher ISO. But the real problem here is that there's just too much light on the back of your subject, on the background, and it's impossible to get a decent composition. It'd also be nice if we had the kid looking into the camera. Remember, the rule is to have a subject looking off camera. We need to have a more of an expression than if they're looking into the camera. To keep someone's attention, any look into the camera is enough to keep your attention. But when you're looking off camera, you need more of an expression. Okay. So this is beautifully balanced, Hani. It's a beautiful composition. Just, I think you've gone a little bit over the top with the edit, and it appears to be a little bit kind of plasticky. And that it's unfortunate because it's really a beautiful picture. It's superbly done. Lovely strong triangle here. What's really nice as well that people don't talk about a lot is this strong line in the background is beautifully aligned with her eye line. That's a very, very important rule in photography in general, especially in portrait photography, to link up lines in the subject with lines in the background, and that's done beautifully. We've got lovely depth, lovely textures, lovely colours, gorgeous. Just like I said, a little bit overdone in Lightroom, in my opinion. Okay, onward. Who's this? Naomi. Okay, looks like you used flash here. You did use flash. Okay, so flash on camera is always gives you this kind of like tinny, kind of like fake feeling. Again, looking off camera, I don't know if the expression's enough to hold us, and I think that this heavy fence in the background is too strong. It would be better if you were using a much wider aperture where we could blur that out, because as it is, because the lines are so sharp, that pulls out attention. So not only are we looking at the little girl, but we're also looking at the fence, and we don't want that. We want to be looking exclusively at the little girl with the fence as an afterthought in the background. Very important to remember that the most attractive thing, our eyes are most attractive to sharpness. Okay, this is nice. Okay, well done. I think we need a little bit more room over here. We've got energy moving in this direction, so we always need expression. We need the room to allow that expression. So it would be nice if we had a bit more room here. That hand being cut off is a little distracting. Looking at this picture now, I would probably be thinking about a crop more, oh, excuse me, my microphone got in the way, more something like that, if you get my message. Okay, I mean, again, I don't know what's going on over here, but the as it is, the picture demands more energy. The relaxingness of the relaxingness. I just made that word up for sure. But the Joe, what's the real word for relaxingness?
Relaxed.
The relaxed feeling, the more passive kind of feeling definitely needs more room. Okay, remember the two eyes. Anyone want to throw out what the two eyes are? I know we've got a little bit of a lag, but what are the two eyes when we crop in close? We end up with two eyes. What are they? Just wait for a moment for people to hear what I just said. Relaxedness. Thanks, Yocheved. What are the two eyes when we crop in close? Intimate. Yes, intimacy and intensity. Thank you very much. Great, great, great. Okay, that's beautiful. Well done, Chami. That's really lovely. The issue here, in my opinion, is that she's too close to this tree. So although you're at 1.8, which is great, and these stats are very good, if you had pulled her closer towards you and further away from the tree, then this tree would have become less distracting, and she would have popped out stronger from the background, and that would have really turned that from a really good picture into an amazing picture. Okay? Or
Shmuel, you just had a question. It was about, I think, 2 or 3 photos ago. Someone's written, but don't we say not to have lines cutting through heads? But I think I don't.
Well, okay, so no. I think we're talking about this. No, so lines cutting through heads, if they link up with the eye line, is very good. But again, I mean, generally the eye line isn't as strong. A line, and that would be exactly the idea, to generally have a line. Maybe I'll show a different picture here. Like to have a line cutting through here would generally be better than the line of the eyes, because this line is usually more pronounced than this line over here. So that was a good question, whoever asked that. Okay, very moody, very powerful, cropped in nicely, a decent edit, could bring out the eyes a little bit more. I think that this is distracting us a little bit in the front. I don't think it's really adding so much. I think we could crop in a little bit closer, to be honest. Something like, this is a very powerful picture, so I'd crop in something like that, and then I would also add quite a strong vignette. I could even just do it quickly in Picasa. Not that we want to do vignettes in Picasa, but that would make a difference. Okay. Okay, so this is nice. I like the tree. The graphics of the tree is very is very exciting. Unfortunately, the kids are too small. So that really means that this is like kind of a picture of a tree. And oh, look, there's some kids hanging around at the bottom over there. I'm exaggerating, but I'm just trying to get my point across. Cropping in might make a difference, but what I would really be thinking about here is getting in very close and zooming out with a very wide angle and getting down very low. Make the kids dominant and the tree dominant as well. We did a little bit better here. I do like it's very well done. You've posed them nicely, putting, some in the tree, leaning them on the tree, standing at the bottom of the tree. So overall, that's done really well, but I think it could be accentuated by getting in close and zooming out and going down low. Okay, very, very random background. Gorgeous little boy, nice and sharp. Stats are quite good, but just too random. This concrete here is ugly. This back thing here is also ugly, and this line as well just cuts through the face without any real relevance. So pay a little bit more attention to the background, in my opinion. Okay, this is nice. This is nicely posed. She looks a little bit awkward. I would have them bring their shoulders around a little bit more. I like this here, but I would get the little girl here to also put her hands there to get a complete interaction with everyone. But definitely these gaps here make a little bit of you lose things a little bit from those gaps over there. So if they just turn themselves inwards, I think that would add a lot. But nicely cropped in. Stats. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me just do one of my polls. Oh, 1 second. Let me do it again so you can see the thing. 1 minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good, bad, or perfect. The stats are 1,000th of a second at 2.5 2.5 aperture 2.5, using an 85mm lens on a full frame camera at 500 ISO. Good, bad, or perfect. One more time. 1,000th of a second at 2.5, an aperture of 2.5, and ISO of 500. Good, bad, or perfect. I'll give you another few moments. Good is doing well, 50%. Bad and perfect.
Not crystal clear, is it?
No, and it's good. It shouldn't be crystal clear because that's why I asked them these pictures. Let's finish now. So we got 50% good. I would agree with good. However, I think the aperture's perfect. The truth is, you could argue that it's perfect in just that in the 6D Mark II, 500 ISO is basically the same as 250 or 200 ISO. It's literally no different. You don't need 1,000th of a second, but I think the aperture is good. So I would say that it's either between good and perfect. Definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. Okay. Thank you, Julia. That is interesting. I'll tell you what the issue with this picture is, I mean, I think it's more interesting to look at this bird than it is to look at him, although he is quite interesting. But what you've done is you haven't given any of them a primary place. So I don't know if it's a picture of a bird or of a man. So I'm not sure. It would be better to choose one or the other and make one primary and one secondary. It could be done in a few different ways. If you came to your left and zoomed in and focused more on the bird and had the man a little bit out of focus in the background as an afterthought, you could do that, or vice versa. But to have it as it is, I feel you lost best, I'm not sure if I'm looking at him or if I'm looking at the bird. So you kind of get distracted a little bit. Very good idea, nearly always, to choose a subject, a very strong, clear subject. Unless you're dealing with a group of people, that's different. But when you're dealing with two different things, I think it's probably better to make sure you choose a clear subject and make that primary. Okay, this is nicely done. Well done, M. Steinberg. Cropped in nicely. The stats, you could be using a much wider aperture, but you've done really well. It's also a nice edit as well. You've softened the skin nicely. Could maybe bring the eyes out a little bit more. A lot of nice energy and cropped nice, and a lovely separation between background and subject. So well done there. Okay, this we could do with a little bit of work in Lightroom. Definitely would do. Let's take this one into Lightroom. I'm going to crop this a little bit. Let's take this one into Lightroom and see what we can do with this. 1 second, let me pull this into my other screen. Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so definitely need to work on the skin to smooth the skin out and to brighten her face up a little bit. I'm just going to crop in because I didn't save the crop that I did in Picasa. I'm just going to crop in like that a little bit. Okay, so the background is okay. I think we're going to just warm it up a teeny drop. There we go. And now I'm going to get straight to work on the skin. Okay, I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. So as we know, minus 50 on texture, minus 25 on clarity, or something close by. And then we can zoom in like this and just quickly massage over the skin. Remember, never go over the lines. Okay, these are called labial lines. We don't go over the labial lines. We don't go over the nostrils. We don't go over the eyes. Everything about skin softening is just the flat areas. If you walk away with one thing that you've learned from being in this class tonight, if it was just that, it was worth it 100%. Okay, the amount of plasticness that happens when you go over the lines. Look, if I just run over here now, you'll see that I've left the lines, the labial lines, the mouth, the nostrils, etc., and that means that the picture is stays with definition. So let me just turn my phone off. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to now brighten the skin a little bit, just a drop. There we go. And I think, what's going to make a big difference here is, I was wondering what to do, is if I put the saturation up, that's going to really make her bounce up. The problem's going to be with her skin tones. There we go. That's about enough. I can't go much further with her skin. Now I'm going to zoom in and do her eyes quickly. Okay, so we'll create a new pin and we'll go to our Iris Enhance Ultra. You can make a screenshot of those if you like. This is my own presets. Okay, now this is a problem. I knew this would be a problem. Is the blues? You see the blues in the whites of her eyes? That looks terrible. It's something you have to be very aware of. So we're going to create a new pin. Okay, this time we're going to go to saturation. We're going to drop our saturation. I'm going to go to auto mask. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so I can do this a little bit more accurately. And I'm now going to paint over this area of the blue. And it's desaturating it. And we can even brighten it a teeny little bit. A drop, not too much. There we go. And that gets rid of that horrible blue that does happen a lot, very regularly. Okay, we're nearly done. Is that a little bit over the top? Joe, you think that's a bit over the top? The eyes?
No, I don't think so. Someone's just asked if you could just mention the difference between saturation and vibrance.
That is a great question, and I don't know how to articulate it. I love that question, and I will try and get you a decent answer for next week. I know that I know the difference when I see it, but I don't know how to articulate it. If somebody could do a quick, Google on the difference between saturation and vibrance, maybe Yocheved, if you could do that for us and let us know, I'd love to know the answer to that myself. Okay, overall, I just want to.
Is there a way to get your presets?
You could just take a look. I don't.
I think people can see it so well.
Yeah, I should give out my presets, shouldn't I? Right now, not, but maybe I'll work on doing that. But my presets are they're good. They're easy and quick as well, and they're not a lot of them, which is always a problem. Okay, I'm going to finish off with a slight vignette. I'm going to just crop in a teeny little bit more. And I think I'm going to also just raise up the exposure one teeny little bit more. And let's have a look. Went from here. Look at the difference. From here to here. What do you think, Joe?
Oh, wow.
Beautiful difference, no? So gorgeous.
Such a difference.
Yeah.
Her face lights up.
Okay, onward. Who's this? CR Rosenwasser. Okay, much too much space. No need for all that space. We can crop in like this, but then I think these leaves are going to be a little bit overbearing. They are definitely need a wider aperture. My advice to you, whoever you are, Mr. Rose or Mrs. Rosenwasser, is come to our masterclass. And I think we can really help you. Okay, but this is it's a good start, but there's a lot to learn. Okay, that's very special, Nechama. Well done. The composition is a little bit awkward. We've got a nice energy moving this direction and this lovely line here, but this is distracting and disturbing. Disturbing is a little bit too strong a word, but our eye, listen, it comes down here and it bangs into the edge here. It's a big problem. We could potentially soften it, because really we need to add space at the bottom. So a way you can add space at the bottom is by cutting off space at the top, which gives you relatively more room at the bottom. And that has actually appeased that somewhat. Do you see? Joe, can you see the difference here? How that's a more comfortable composition than this? Do you see it? Does that make sense to you? The reason is because this line now becomes stronger because we've cropped room away from here. So now that's stopping us somewhat from our eye banging in over here. But otherwise beautiful, lovely done. The stats are perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well done. I should have asked everyone that. Yeah, well, a 1/640th of a second at 1.8, 250 ISO. I would be shooting at exactly those stats. Perfect. Very well done. Okay. Sorry?
Has she done your course?
It sounds familiar. We've had so many people now, I'm not sure, but she definitely sounds familiar. And the fact that she nailed it so well, I would hope she had. Okay. Okay. A bit of a random composition. We've got slight energy moving this way.
Wait, Shmuel, go back to that question. Someone's just asked about the whole white spot. Is that not distracting?
Well, that's a good question. I should have mentioned that. Generally, a white overexposed area is distracting. However, this is more like a sunburst. So although it is completely overexposed, it's more like a burst of light. So although graphically it's kind of overexposed, emotionally it's something. So that's the whole idea of adding that radial burst of light that you know that I like to do sometimes. So I in my opinion, it's not distracting, and we've got energy moving in this direction anyway. So I think it works out. I think it works well. Whether or not these leaves are good, you could argue that. Maybe they do. Maybe they do add something. I think maybe they do. Okay. One sec. I'm just going to post one of our offers just now because I'm going to start our offer. Okay. We have a 50% off our masterclass for those of you who are interested in receiving. If you're not enrolled already and you're enjoying this kind of critiquing, our masterclass is all about this. It's a really put together course, but on top of it there's a lot of personal critiquing, about 2 hours for each of the students, and it's really what makes the difference between this course and all the other courses. Okay, like I said, a little bit of a random composition. We got movement this way, but you've left space over here. Stats are good though, so well done. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice shot. I think I would crop in a little bit like that. It's an intimate picture, so make it more intimate. Okay, well edited. Stats are, you did well. The stats are good. A little bit dangerous to shoot at 1.8 when you've got two eyes that are so far away from, so close to the camera but different distances. But otherwise, well done. Okay. Oh, this is Ayala. Okay. You need to clean your lens, Ayala. Wow, you really need to clean your lens. You've done well. I would also question this. I don't think it's such a good place to take a picture. Bit ugly, this stuff over here. Okay, but definitely need to clean your lens. Stats are very good. Well done. Okay. Hello, mate. This is nice. I would like to be seeing him looking into the camera. We've got a decent separation between background and subject. I think the vignette is a little bit strong, but otherwise well done. Stats are perfect. Absolutely perfect. Fantastic. Okay. Julia, hi. So I appreciate the funness of this picture, but I mean, I'm sure you took other pictures as well. I definitely would be doing something more normal with these ladies. I think this is a little bit kind of out of the box for these like very normal looking women. And I think they would just appreciate a more normal pose. That's my personal thoughts. I'm sure you did that as well. But as it is, I think it's nice. It's a nice idea. This is very random. This is also random. Would definitely be better if we didn't have this kind of distracting stuff in the background. Okay, that's nicely done. That's nice energy. I like the fact that we've got an interaction going on here. That's well done. I think we could crop a little bit over here. Can't see any stats, but well done, Tova. Okay. Okay. This needs to be warmed up higher. Definitely needs to be warmed up. And it's a little bit random. The background is quite distracting. I don't think we've got much to gain by having their legs in the picture. So I'd be tempted to probably crop in more like that. The actual pose is fantastic. That's well placed. She's nicely turned in. This is cute as well. Maybe have them hold hands. That's really well done. Lovely movement going all the way around here. We've got two circles. We've got the circle of the heads and then the circle of the entire bodies. That's well done. Okay, but like I said, definitely could be warmed up a little bit. Okay, that's great. Well done, Malkala. Okay, stats are great. Loads of energy. Background's not distracting. These little spots, it'd be better if there was a lot more of them, I think. But otherwise, well done. Good light, so that's good stuff. Okay, definitely needs to be brightened up a little bit. Not a good place where you are. You're also using a very basic old camera. Naomi, that I think the issue with this picture is a lot to do with the camera. I know we recommend this to our students, and we do hold it so good for the price that people pay for this camera. It's a fantastic idea, but this is the problem with these like very low level contrast, and the greens get funny, and it's just, if you took this picture with like a 5D Mark IV or a 6D Mark II, it would be a whole different world. But it's a little bit, it's in a dark area anyway, but you've cropped in really nicely. You found good light as well in the background, and it's lovely, lovely energy with the little kid, and the stats are really good, so well done. Okay, who's this? Solomon. Definitely need to do a skin soften. There's no such thing as a picture of a baby without a skin soften. Also, be careful to try and make the baby's head a little bit more, a little bit less of an angle. So instead of it being like this, it would be better if you turned your camera a little bit, and it wouldn't be so awkward for the viewer to look at. Okay, much too dark. Solar, definitely need to brighten this up quite a lot. I'm assuming you're using flash here. I'm pretty sure, but it's too dark, and also we need a rim light. There's no separation between background and subject, so we definitely need a rim light. Okay, this is nice, too close to the bottom here. We've got a lovely triangle, but listen to this, everyone. You hear that? That's our eye scratching the bottom of the frame. We need a little bit more room over here to stop our eye from scratching the frame, but otherwise well done. This this path in the background is random and is distracting, but I like the light that you've got coming in from behind. That's well done. Where are we holding time wise, Joe?
Yeah,
we should be winding up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, how many pictures do we get through? We got to 27 and 60. Let's get to 30. Okay, so we've got a nice separation between background and subject, nicely cropped in. The energy is moving a little bit to this side, and we've got a little bit of space over here to drop more, which works well. Nice strong triangle, so that's well done. The light on his face is a little bit random, a little bit messy, but there wouldn't be much you can do about that unless you get involved in Flash. Hadassah says, please do mine. I don't know which one is yours, Hadassah, I'm sorry. But if I knew, I would. Okay, Rivka, completely random. We're not allowed to take pictures like this, okay? This has got no emotional content for the viewer whatsoever, okay? The only way you're allowed to have the backs of people is when you've got graphics that really hold their own, like really exciting or powerful or very relaxing graphics, but these graphics here are like very random. So to see the back of these kids' heads is just really, just very unengaging, basically. Okay, that's a cute shot. Well done, Elisheva. The light is not very good. it would be better to, it's a very messy light. I don't know if you're using flash here. Looks like you might have been using flash, but you should have brought the flash around a little bit more to save these shadows around there. But nicely cropped in, and I think that would look really nice in black and white, to be honest. Let's just have a look. We can do it in Picasa even. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do black and white in Picasa, but I think Picasa, black and white, turns that into a nice shot. Well done. And finally, okay, Shalom Israeliev. Okay, yeah, this is it's cute. We've got nice smiles. I would recommend strongly that you come to our class. I think you could gain a lot. I could talk for a lot of time about how we could improve this picture. But definitely should be cropped in, bring our subject far away from the background. Need to learn about the stats of the camera as well. But Shalom, I think you'd really gain from coming to our class. But well done. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry. I tried. What can I do? What can I do? Let's just have a look. Anything that sticks out over. Let me just have a quick look. Anything that sticks out at all. That's special. That's nice. Well done, Hoover. That's also very special. Who's that? Tammy, nice one. Well done. That's nice with flat. Oh, that's beautiful. Gorgeous. Excellent. Who's that? Rena. Well done. You could tighten up the composition a little bit more room at the bottom, but well done, and a nice edit as well. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Adina, well done. The edit's a little bit, it could be a little bit softer, I think, but really beautiful color palette over here, and good use of the bench.
The shoes.
Cute.
Cute.
Okay, great. Okay, everyone, thank you. Really, some really lovely pictures here. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your pictures, but hopefully next week. Okay. So, there's no way we're going to do this in an hour, and I'm going to go over a little bit. If you have to run off, it's completely fine. You can catch the replay. My goal here is to show you how amazing Flash is. Now, I just want to ask everybody a quick question. What is the reason? What does Flash do for you? Could everyone just shout out and give me a quick heads up of what it is that Flash does for you? What's the point of learning Flash? What do you gain from Flash? Why is Flash amazing? Or why don't we need Flash? Just what are your thoughts on Flash? Because I'm hoping we're going to open this up a little bit, and we'll see some amazing things that I'm sure a lot of you don't know about. Okay, Kevin says you can control the light. Helps with the annoying sunlight. Helps the lighting, better control over light. Allows you to manipulate light. Everyone's saying that happier picture. Makes it possible to take pictures indoors. Okay, brings out the colours. Good stuff. Okay, it opens up more opportunities for places to take pictures. Excellent, E. Flash, annoying. Need another person to help you on an outdoor shoot. Peril, I hear you, but it's worth it. Just like you need to get married to have children as well. It's the same kind of thing. Great for studio and low light. It is so much more limiting. Can be done in all. It's much less limiting. I think you meant to say no limits. Okay, good. So look at this. This is a shoot that I did. What was the date of it? The beginning of 2020. Okay, exactly a year ago. Okay, just before Corona hit. And I'm going to go through this very quickly. This is a slideshow that I made. It's 73 pictures, and the reason why I chose this shoot is because it covers. There was a family shoot in the late afternoon. We went to a restaurant and had a party for the evening, and then in the morning we went to the Kotel and had the prayer services in the morning. So it's the entire day, 24 hours. It was nearly a 24-hour period. Look at how much time. Look at how many pictures I used Flash. I'm just going to say used, didn't use, and I'm going to go very quickly. Okay. Used, 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 didn't use, didn't use, used, you didn't use, used, 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 flash. I'm going to say flash instead of used. I think it's better. Flash, 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 flash. All of the indoor pictures were flash. Everything, no question. Flash, 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 flash. Okay, this is flash. Didn't use flash. No flash. Flash, 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 no flash, 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 no flash. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know if I did or didn't there. Flash, didn't use flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, flash. There you go. So I think that proves you a little bit. I don't know if people found that interesting or not. You can go through that slowly on the replay if you like. But flash is literally, I think it must have been about 90% of those pictures were taken with flash. Flash is an amazing, amazing thing. Now, usually what people think about a flash, when you say flash, is people think about studio pictures, okay? This is, when we teach flash, people think that this is what flash is all about, studio, okay? In my opinion, flash and studio, like an actual in studio with a kind of background, that's the last thing that I'm using flash for. Okay, we create new possibilities, like people mentioned. Okay, this picture could not exist without flash. Flash on camera would look awful. Okay, this is flash off camera, and flash off camera. Just these pictures don't exist without flash. Okay, so now the actual premise, the basic understanding of flash is that flash adds light. Okay, so this, oh, these weren't funny. 1 second. There you go. So this would be the picture without flash, and then this is adding flash. Okay, without flash, and that's with the flash. These are all unedited pictures. Okay, that's as good as it gets without flash, and there's bringing in flash. Same idea. So we're adding light, but what does that mean? Okay, and what that really means is if we're adding light, that means that we can balance, when we've got cool light in the background and we can add light to our subject, that means we can actually balance the light. With this picture without flash, we would have the option of either a silhouette. If we wanted to have this as it is, she would be silhouetted. Or if we exposed her correctly, we would have a completely white sky. Even using RAW, you wouldn't be able to get much better, much more from that. Okay, I think this is also using RAW, but this is with a lot of flash. Also with flash allows us to bring out the sky. Does everyone see what I'm doing here? That by using a lot of flash power, we raise the flash level on our subject, we raise the light level on our subject, which means we end up with color in the background. And when you're dealing with pictures like this, for example, where the background is breathtaking, flash is an absolute essential. And again, like this as well, this picture could not exist without flash, nor could this picture exist without flash. Even in RAW, without flash, you wouldn't be able to get such a picture. Okay, now you can use flash. If you learn flash properly, you can use flash to darken the background as well. So this picture would be without flash. And now I'm darkening the background. Now this picture was the original. This is with flash, but this is when I power my flash up, I can darken the background. Whether you like it or not, that's up to, that's a personal taste. But just showing you the control that you have now by being able to add light to your subject, you are able to darken the background, which is really helpful. So now you can actually, this is really amazing, I ordered all this before I gave my thing, but whatever. So using flash, I can actually, Joe, do you see that?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? That's without any, that's straight out of the camera. By using flash and adding more flash, I can darken my sky or brighten my sky. Look at this. Does everyone see that?
You might just want to clarify that you're using off-camera flash, the two types of flash.
Absolutely. All of these, I never use on-camera flash. I always have an on-camera flash, but I never actually use it for
results from a.
You wouldn't be able to get. I mean, you could brighten the sky like that, but the light on the subjects would not be anywhere near as nice. But all of this is nearly all of these are with one flash. Okay, so now Now that we've seen we can control the flash, there's another side of flash which is really exciting, which is the ability to form the light. Okay, so this is a flat light, and now we can see by bringing the flash to the side, we've formed the light, giving us an intelligent shadow. Can everyone see that intelligent shadow? That only comes from flash. See how beautiful this shadow is over here? And this is her without flash, and this is with flash. Okay, again, formed light gives us a very intelligent picture. Look at the difference here. This is a picture without flash, and then you throw in flash. Look at the difference of the dynamic feel in this picture. Different world. Again here, very flat, boring. Bring in flash and we form the light, makes it much more intelligent and much more sophisticated. Okay, in regards to creating drama, look at the kind of drama we can create with flash. By bringing the flash to the side, look how much energy, how much drama comes from these pictures. Flash again coming in from this direction, just lighting up lighting up his profile over there. Okay, look at the difference. That's flat, and then I bring the flash from the side. Look at the difference between those two pictures. A completely different world. The drama we can add by bringing in flash again. And then plus when you bring in flash and then you add in your clarity and contrast, etc. with Lightroom, it's a whole different world. Again, this is flat light. Joe, look at this. Watch what happens if I bring the light around to the side. Look at that. Completely different picture. Isn't that amazing? It's the exact same picture, just bringing the flash around, coming from this side, and it turns the picture from an okay picture into a really, really special picture. Again, the same idea, bringing flash from around adds a huge amount of drama to the picture. And now this is an interesting shot. Look at this picture. Okay, Jay, do you see this? Look at my assistant. This is my friend Noam. So I've got him holding the flash above. So I've got flash coming down. So this picture would look nothing like this if I wasn't using flash. Okay, nothing at all like this. But using flash in an interesting way creates a very, very powerful image. Okay, again, completely dependent on the flash here, and the difference here between this more dramatic picture, moving the light around. Okay, now the energy that we can create using flash as well. When we pose out subjects in an energized kind of way, when we've moved flash to the side, this gives us a huge amount of energy in our image. And it really allows us to cash in on using a wide angle lens especially. Again, the idea, this is flash coming from the side and this is flash coming from above. Look at the difference. Joe, doesn't it look like a completely different setup? Okay, again, this is strongly impacted by the flash. Okay, again, a lot of the energy here comes from the flash. Just to show you, this is a picture without flash. And then I move around. Look at the difference. Do you see the difference it gives you in artistic license? That you can take a picture like this, which anyone could take, and then you come around, you have your flash, you come around with a wide angle and a lot of power, you've got a completely different image. Okay.
So I just wonder if they haven't got an assistant. What are there?
So my advice is to bring an assistant with. It's not a big deal. You're paying your assistant something like, $10 an hour. It's really not hard. It also gives you a few advantages. Is it makes you look very, very professional. You come with a team basically, and it also gives you a spare pair of hands to hold things and to deal with stuff. So there's a lot of benefits to it. I really strongly advise my students to get involved in bringing an assistant. It puts you in a whole different league to other photographers, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
Someone's just asked, would you recommend doing a 2-flash setup or rather a 4-flash setup?
I would recommend generally a 1-flash setup. I really would. Using 2 flashes gets 4 flashes is definitely you're talking about in a studio, but generally I'm using 1 flash. Nearly always I'm using 1 flash and a back flash. So but I generally use 1 assistant. Again, you need to keep it logistically as simple as possible. Okay, look at the difference here from a flash from the side and a flash coming from above again. Again, it just takes your photography to a whole different level. Like, people are very quick to spend $1,000, $1,500 on a lens. Yeah, but if you just spent that $1,500 on an assistant, you would have an assistant. Spend $200 on a flash. You buy our flash class for $400, and you can have an assistant then for like 3 months. and you'll be put in a whole different world. It's all about thinking straight.
Sure,
Okay,
what's your preferred
yeah,
modifier to go with the flash?
a simple umbrella.
Yeah, that's what
Simple,
they meant.
simple umbrella. Now look at this. Everyone's going to love this. Okay, this is a bunch of different options where I'm showing you flash coming from different configurations. So this is a chuppah with a flash coming from above and through. Okay, this is the same picture, but now with flash coming from this corner here with my assistant. And this is the picture with both flashes, the flash from over here and the flash from my assistant over here. So look at the difference from here to here to here. This is flash coming from the front. This is flash coming from the front and behind. And that's flash coming from behind. So again, a simple setup. I've got the flash on behind on its own stand. I've got one assistant with just a simple umbrella. So I'm able to create with literally in one picture this, and this in the space of a few moments. Okay, this is the difference between having a flash in a bad place and having a flash in a good place.
I recognise those photos. Or that style of photo.
And look at this one. This is great. Okay, I've got my assistant standing over like here on a ledge above. And watch what happens when he turns on his flash. Look at this. Bam. Different world, no? Isn't that amazing?
Is that the wind tunnel you take people to?
By bringing a flash from above, it changes everything. Okay, now this is also great. This is a shoot we did in Chicago last year.
Wow.
This is with two flashes, one from behind and one coming from this direction. Okay, now this is without any flash. In fact, let's do it like this. Let's look at like this. Okay, here we go. This is without any flash. This is what the picture looked without any flash. This is what the picture looked with flash from behind. This is what picture looked with flash from the front. And that's what the picture looked with flash from the front and from behind. Amazing, no? Amazing what you can do with a couple of flashes. Okay, another thing that flash does for you is it allows you to freeze the action. Okay, I'm not going to get into why that is, but when you're using flash, you're able to freeze the action in an amazing way. Okay, it also gives you a crisper image. It's going to be difficult to see it over the webinar, but that's without flash, and that's with flash. You can see if you can see the difference there, but it gives you a crisper image. Again, that's without flash.
Shmuel, do you, when you're using the back flash, you don't use an umbrella? 'Cause obviously
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. You're also able to control a hair light. Now, when you don't have flash, this hair light can become very uncontrollable. Even this is a little bit heavy, but because we're using flash, because we raise up the levels of flash on the front of our subject, that means that we can put down the level of flash, or the level of the sun on the back of their hair. So also to here, we can just keep this rim light more in check. So to here, we've got a very strong light from behind, but using a big flash in the foreground, it allows us to keep this light in check from behind. Also from here, this is a good example here. Okay, we can also use the flash to light up the background. This is a great idea. Okay, this is the picture before. And this is with a little flash in the background. Again, just one little flash in the background. I've got one flash lighting up my subjects and then my little flash in the background. Super simple setup. Okay, and this is an interesting picture. This was in a pitch black situation, okay? So I looked through the pictures. I couldn't find a picture where the background flash didn't go off. So you just have to take my word for it, that if the flashes didn't go off, this picture, even at these stats, would be pitch black. Okay, but so we're using flash in the background to give us some color. The same here, the exact same thing here. Again, I didn't have a picture where the back flash didn't go off, but without a flash lighting up this background would be completely black and the whole family would blend in completely to the background, and that would not be good. Okay, another thing is we can use flash to emphasize beautiful features of our subjects, eyes, cheeks, a beautiful a beautiful profile. So to here, okay, we can also use flash to reveal textures that you would never see otherwise. Okay, you would not see these kinds of textures if it wasn't for flash. Things like this smoke, if you had a flash coming from the foreground, it wouldn't work. Okay.
Oh, when you're using a backflash, how do you position it? Someone's just asked.
Well, that's a very big topic. I couldn't
Cover that in the course.
we do we're gonna we do cover that. Okay. This is bringing a strong flash, so we could get this reflection. Wouldn't have worked otherwise. That was with a huge amount of flash. Okay, and again, using a flash behind this like funky fence, and we created these amazing shadows that again wouldn't have existed otherwise. That's a bit of a weird picture, but still the idea. And this is a very like standard picture that I always take with brides. Okay. Also, it allows you to create a starburst by using a very powerful flash. That means you can close your aperture all the way down, which, as we know, allows you to get this really funky effect with the sun. Yeah, which is called starburst. That's a great shot. Yeah, using a strong flash, I've used a very, very small aperture, and that allows you in camera to create these amazing effects. And finally, I just want to show you, wow, that was an intense one. Finally, just to show you the difference between on-camera flash and off-camera flash. I've shown this picture to people before. This is a picture taken with an on-camera flash. This is, in my opinion, about as good as it gets with an on-camera flash. This was my assistant photographer who wasn't using my flash assistant. And this is the same picture that I took of the same place. Joe, do you see the difference there?
Yeah, massive.
Isn't it a different world? So this is the difference. This is why it's worth busting yourself to bring an assistant. Again, this is flash on camera. And Joe, check this out. Flash off camera.
Wow.
Isn't that a different world?
Yeah, it's a different photo completely.
Completely different photo. That's stylish, sophisticated, beautiful, powerful, dynamic. And that's like, okay, it's a nice picture of her and her, whoever it's sister, whatever it is, but that's a work of art. It's the difference between a picture and a work of art. It really is. Okay, so, yeah.
Power that makes all the difference.
Sorry, Joe?
Is it the flash angle or the power of the flash that makes all the difference, would you say?
Everything. Everything. Absolutely everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to tell you, because the reason why I wanted to go through Flash right now is because I wanted to create a package. I'm just going to show this. I wanted to create a package for everybody of our Flash Mastery course that was going to be absolutely irresistible, because Flash is absolutely the way to go. It's just what it does to your photography is just there's no, like, as you saw what it does. So I'm just going to go through quickly this package that we just made. I'm going to go through quickly anyway and tell you what you get for in our Flash Mastery course. The actual course content is $297. Then it comes with the personal critiquing, like in the masterclass. It comes with a 66-page full color PDF course book, which is really, really helpful. It also comes with a 3-part on location shoot with me using Flash, which is also very helpful. And we also tell you exactly what equipment to buy. Okay, so it comes out, the value of the Flash Mastery course is just over $1,000. Okay, and the regular retail price is $1,000. Okay, this we're doing for 24 hours now. We're doing 60% off. Okay, so it's actually going to be for $398. That's $400 for this course, which is an amazing steal to take your photography to a whole new level, a completely new level. But what we wanted to do is, like we did last week, which we got a massive feedback, massive response to, is not only are we giving you everything that we've said here, but we're also, for the first 10 people who sign up, we're going to be giving you a 30-minute, I'm going to personally jump on a Zoom call with you for 30 minutes towards the end of the program, what we call a clarity call, for a 30-minute one-on-one to make sure that everything's completely clear, and to really like help you move forward in the strongest way. So that's worth $200. So the whole thing comes out to about $1,250. But we wanted to go even further than that. And we're throwing in also, to make it completely irresistible, the Photoshop Mastery course, which is, I'm not going to get into all the details of this, but it really is a well put together course that gives you an amazing introduction into Photoshop. which is worth $100. So it comes out basically, we're looking at the best part of $1,500 of value. And we're selling that right now for $398. It's really, and it also comes with our triple guarantee, zero risk, triple guarantee. So we really want you to jump in on that one. I'm just going to put that up as an offer. 1 second. Where is the offer? So you can just click here and you can go straight to checkout. That's going to be live for 24 hours. Okay. And if you jump in right now, you will be in the first top 10. You'll get that extra bonus of the 30-minute call, the one-on-one call with myself. Okay. Let's jump into the questions. Did that thing go up, Joe?
Yeah, I've just put it in the chat as well.
Okay, good. Oh, I'm hot. 1 second.
I've just posted the link for everyone, so you'll see it in the chat if anyone.
Thanks, Joe.
Interested.
Okay, and let me just pull up the question.
You did that all in exactly an hour.
Okay, so we'll spend 5 or 10 minutes with questions. Okay, how do I know when I can start charging, and how much do I charge? Do I need permission to post images I took of people on social media or on my website? In regards to the charging, when you can start charging, that's up to you. My suggestion, we've said this many times, but my suggestion is to not charge at the beginning to build up your client base. In regards to posting pictures, my thoughts are like this. Social media, I would not post people's pictures without asking them. The website, I would post pictures, post people's pictures without asking them. And if they tell you to take them down immediately. What I found is that when you ask people from the beginning if you can post their pictures, they usually don't let you. Where when they see their pictures online, they usually don't care. So that's my thoughts there. When shooting on a day with grey sky, I can't get proper color. Everything looks washed out in the shot, even if the actual scene has color. How to adjust? So I would suggest using Flash and getting involved in Flash. Flash really does bring out the colors. Otherwise, Lightroom is a good option. In regards to shooting in RAW, you can shoot in RAW, but I think you'd be surprised how much leeway you get in how much leeway you get in JPEG as well. But I think that's how I'd answer that. I'm trying to find a good set for flashes for events. What are some good rules to create even lighting? That's a much too big a question. Now, I would really suggest that you jump in and cash in on that amazing deal with the Flash Mastery course, because that's exactly what we're going to be helping you understand on a fundamental level, as opposed to just say, put your flash here and your flash here. We're going to explain to you exactly how it's working, so you'll be able to answer that question for yourself. Okay, how do you deal with Hebrew speakers in your courses? We don't, basically. Courses are completely in English. Should I let a change of clothing for the kids during a session? They get cranky afterwards. I recommend strongly against changes of clothes, because it adds a lot of logistical issues onto the shoot and it loses you a lot of time. And I would try and make up for it with, with more interesting posing and with different location scouting. Okay, how long does it take for a person to know how to photo stunning photos? So I think your question is, where do I sign up for the masterclass? And I think Joe can help you with that one. That's going to be the best way and the easiest way to take stunning pictures as quickly as possible, in my opinion. How do I make people feel comfortable when you take their pic? Be really nice. Be really nice and put yourself in their position. And another really helpful thing is tell them how beautiful they look, or how handsome they are, or how special the pictures, and show them every now and again, not often, really not often, but show them a picture on the back of the camera which is that's special and quick to look at. Not one where they have to look at their face, but just a quick picture like where the lighting's cool or something very cool, and that can really help them feel comfortable. That really does change everything. That works really good with Flash, because when you can get very quick, easy, powerful pictures with Flash, so you can quickly show them the back and everyone's like, wow, 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 and they get completely into it. It's really that's a big bonus with Flash. What can I do when the lighting during a photo shoot keeps changing and therefore I need to keep changing my camera settings? I'm not that experienced, and recently I was shooting outdoors on a very sunny day, but based on sunshine my pictures kept changing from very light to very dark. What is the best way to easily change the settings on my camera back and forth and get the correct exposure? So very important what you said. If you don't have the experience, it's difficult. If you don't have the experience, I would say you should be practicing to try and get the experience, but don't feel embarrassed or that you're doing something wrong by going into the auto settings. By changing to AV, it's a very intelligent thing to do if you're having a difficult time with the lighting, especially if you know how to use the AEL button. Again, that's something you should come to our masterclass to learn about. Okay, if you're not charging people yet for photo shoots, how many photos is normal to give them? So there's different ways of running that, but in my opinion, you want to be giving them as many good pictures as you can. Don't be giving them rubbish pictures, but give them as many good pictures as you possibly can. I think to be aiming for something like 50 to 60 really nice pictures isn't difficult. You should be shooting for an hour session. You should be shooting 600 to 800 pictures to get those 50 or 60 really nice shots. Any tips for a young person wishing to pursue photography in the future? Yeah, come to our school and buy our masterclass and join our AMP. That is the best way of getting you into photography, in my opinion. What made you pick this career? I was an artist as a kid. I always used to be an artist, and I used my camera as a means to help me with my art projects. And then I came to Israel and I needed some money, and I realized I could make some money out of taking pictures, and that's how it happened, and the rest is history. How do I make money as a photographer in the winter without knowing flash photography? Very, very difficult. That's another big point of flash photography. It opens up the entire winter to you when you live in America and Canada and whatever. When you can't go outdoors, flash photography really is the way to go. How do I nail the focus when taking pictures of kids? They move so much and the pictures look fine at the shoot, but once I get home, I always see that their eyes aren't focused. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask anybody on the chat to answer that question? What is the answer to that question? How do we make sure that we nail the focus? 3 words. Let's see if anybody gets it. I'm sure some people are going to get it. 3 words. Have we got no one on chat? Did the chat stop? Engineer the odds. Thank you, Rivka Levy. Okay, but you should have known, that's for sure. High shutter speed. Focus on closer eyes. The real answer is engineering the odds. The shutter speed is not a problem with focus. Engineering the odds. We teach you exactly how to do that in the masterclass. I'm not going to get into that right now. What is the best lens that you can give the professional photo when you're on a budget? If you have a crop frame camera, I'd recommend the 50mm Canon 1.8. And if you have a full frame camera, I would recommend the Canon 85mm 1.8. Both fantastic lenses. Okay, I think we're going to wind up now. Joe, should we wind up?
Yeah, I think that's been...
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody, please do take advantage of this, of the Flash Mastery sale that we're offering right now. And also everybody out there, I'm just going to quickly post the masterclass option as well. And I'm going to put in the email that we send out to everybody. We're running a 50% on all the classes as well. Do take advantage. These classes we literally put our life and soul into creating these classes for you. And the results are just, amazing over and over and over again. Anyway, that's the end of our webinar. Joe, thank you as always.
Please do invite all your friends and colleagues and families, anyone that's interested in photography or think they might be interested in photography, Shmuel, I know he's my brother, but he really does put absolutely everything into these webinars. And it's just brilliant to see like over 150 people in each week. It's brilliant. And if we could see more, that would be even better. But we are really grateful. We love, how everyone's interacting with each other, and it's kind of, we're building a bit of a community, and love the questions, and that you're also enthusiastic in sending photos to, into Shmuel to critique, and just keep it coming and keep spreading the love and the word.
Everyone should know, really, these webinars are the lifeline of our business. They really are. We don't go over the top in the internet advertising or whatever, and to bring people into the webinar and to bring them into the courses and to give them the value that we're providing for all our students is really what it's all about. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming. As usual, please God, we will see you in 2 weeks from now. Thank you, Rivka, for being in the background, as always. Fantastic. And we'll see you all in a couple of weeks, okay?
Bye.
God bless everyone.